Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Stefan, and in this video I want to show you and review for you the brand new Pop Performer books for the ABRSM piano exams. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and make sure to give a thumbs up to this video if you like what you see. So this video is going to be beneficial not just if you are doing ABRSM exams, but anybody who likes pop music and wants to play graded pop music. ABRSM is a music grading exam system or board, and in the UK it's extremely popular. Everybody does it, almost everybody who learns piano in kind of an institutional way with a teacher or in a music school. And I've been doing ABRSM exams since I can remember with my students and myself as well. The biggest drawback of the ABRSM exams was that they never included any pop music in their syllabus. You had some jazz, some kind of modern 20th century music, but not pop. So many students like classical music, but also like pop, and they would feel more inspired if they could play the songs that they actually know from the charts, not just the old school classical pieces. Many other exam boards like Trinity and Rock School already incorporated these pieces into their syllabus, but ABRSM didn't. And finally, this year in September, they published their books for the exams, which is arrangements of chart pop songs by ABRSM that you can actually use as part of your exam now. So it's been published in 2 books, and book 1 is from grades initial to grade 3, and book 2 is from grade 4 to grade 5. So if you are grade 6, 7 and 8, you can't play any pop on your exam, but hopefully soon they're going to publish some more material. But right now it goes from initial grade to grade 5. Now, the reason why I said even if you don't do ABRSM exams, this is going to be beneficial to you, because many times when we are looking for pop arrangements, there's no way to tell what kind of difficulty it is, and many times they are not suitable for piano because the arrangement doesn't really work on the piano. But these arrangements were made specifically for the piano. They are graded, so you know exactly what kind of difficulty to expect. So again, even if you don't do ABRSM exams, you can get these books and you'll find a lot of really nice arrangements of pop songs for beginner and intermediate level. Now, regarding the exams, you can't actually play these in all kinds of exams. If you've been following ABRSM, there are 2 ways now to do the exams. You've got the practical, which is the face-to-face when you go to the exam room. You have the usual sight reading, oral tests, scales and pieces. Now, you can't play these on those exams, but the new performance exams, which are video exams that you can do from your home, where you play 4 pieces, 3 of the pieces have to be from the classical syllabus, and the 4th piece can be one of these pop pieces. So once again, you have to pick the performance ABRSM exam. It has to be initial to grade 5, and this is the 4th piece. So you can't play 4 pop songs. It has to be 3 from the standard syllabus, and the 4th piece is going to be from the pop performer, or can be from the pop performer. So that's about the choice and how to actually play them. Now, the books are very good value for the money. If you know ABRSM, they are really notorious for robbing you. For every single grade, you have to buy like 4 books, and some of the books only have like 7 or 8 pages, like the grade 1 books, and they cost £6-7. Now, these ones actually contain 4 grades, and the second one contains 2 grades, so it's a much better investment, because for the same price of the book you can use it for 4 grades, from initial all the way to grade 3, and the other one from grade 4 to grade 5. So that's already a pro for me, that the book can be used for a much longer time and it's more affordable. The book was published by Whole Leonard, so obviously that was a big issue, because as you know, pop songs are all in copyright, so you can't use them unless you have permission from the publisher. And since Whole Leonard kind of dominates the entire world, they have access to all the publishing rights, ABRSM joining them was the best idea to be able to publish these books without worrying about copyright, and then this way they can use or include all the top chart pieces in the books. Now, if you know Whole Leonard's pop books, they come with an online music player, it's a MIDI player, but basically there is an access code at the beginning of the book, and if you go onto the website you can download the player or access it online, and you can listen to all the pieces, you can speed them up, slow them down, but it's not a human performance, it's a MIDI performance, so it's not going to have the kind of ripe feeling about the pieces, but it's a way to listen to the pieces and help your learning process. Now, looking into the book, there's a lot to say about these books. In the end of the video, I'm going to show you a couple of the arrangements from each grade or some of the grades. So stay tuned until the end if you want to hear how they sound performed by an actual human, not MIDI. What you need to know about the arrangements, first of all, is that, as you can see here, for example, there are no words and there are no chord symbols. So that's a big problem, a big con for me in these books, because pop music is so dominated by chords, and many times we look at the chords and come up with our own arrangements or kind of embellish the arrangement that's already there just because we know the chords, but this sheet music doesn't include any chords, which again makes it a bit harder to play with other musicians. So for example, if your friend plays guitar and your other friend plays bass guitar, then you have to figure out the chords yourself, that you won't be able to look at the chart. The second problem is that the words are missing, so you can't sing along unless you know the words. This just shows you that they basically put their classical mind onto these pop arrangements, and they didn't do it in the traditional pop way. Nevertheless, they shouldn't stop you from playing the pieces, because what they did really well is that they actually created arrangements that sound really good on the piano, and you don't have to come up with lots of things to fill in the space, because they created the arrangements in a very performable way. So they include lots of articulations, staccato, legato, they include lots of dynamics and musical direction. So all of the things that usually are missing from standard pop sheet music are present in these ABRSM arrangements, and obviously that's why they are perfect to play them as a performance piece. The missing words can actually work out really well for some people. Some people hate singing but love playing these arrangements. They don't care about words at all, and the melody is always incorporated into the right hand, so these are solo arrangements. You don't have to sing along, and it's not an accompaniment. The left hand plays some sort of accompaniment, but it's not a traditional pop score where you would play accompaniment and somebody would sing along and the melody would not be incorporated in the right hand. So the right hand always has the melody in some form, whether it's in chords or a single melody line in the easier grades, and the left hand is playing some kind of an accompaniment. Now, playing through these pieces, obviously in initial and grade 1, the arrangements are very simple, because at that level, there's only so much you can play, so not all the arrangements are going to resemble the original feel of the song, because you simply can't create those kind of rhythms with the knowledge that you have at initial and grade 1 level. But as you get higher, especially in the grade 4, grade 5 book, the arrangements start to sound a lot more like the original. They have a very nice groove, very interesting rhythms inside, so they do really sound great. For each grade in the first book, you have around 5 songs. Some of them are going to be like old classics and some of them are chart songs. So just to read up a few. In the initial grade, you've got Clocks by Coldplay, Lean on Me, Shotgun by George Ezra, Love is All Around, Astronomia. In grade 1, you have We Found Love, Rihanna, Imagine, Joan Legend, Let It Go from Frozen, Can't Stop the Feeling, Justin Timberlake, and so on. And when you get into the second book, you have a few more arrangements, 3, 6, 8 arrangements for grade 4 and grade 5. So I'm sure everybody will find at least 1 or 2 songs from each grade that you know and you like. But even if you don't know the song, they are really fun to learn and they are really good songs. So to sum up, the books are an amazing addition to the syllabus, and again, just remember that ABRSM is not going into the pop direction. There's no pop exam, and it's still a classical exam, but they allow you to play more music that you find inspiring. But even the pop music that you play has to sound notational, if I can say it like that. So it has to be performed as written. You can't change these arrangements. You have to stick to the sheet music. which obviously is a little bit against what you would do in pop music, where it's more about improvisation and coming up with your own things. But you have to remember that ABRSM is still a serious kind of core classical exam, but allowing you to play these, I think, is going to be a huge plus for many, many students who love pop music and would love to play these pieces, or even they have played these pieces before, but they couldn't perform them at their exams. So here is a piece from the initial grade, which is called Lean On Me. I'm just going to play a few bars from each because I don't want this video to be flagged as copyright, so it's just for really demonstration purposes, just so you can hear what kind of sound you'll find. So. Here's another example from grade 1, which is We Found Love. And here is We Are the Champions from grade 2. And here is Hallelujah from grade 3. And here is All of Me from grade 4. And here is If I Ain't Got You from grade 5 by Alicia Keys. And this one is really famous for the piano because of this very nice intro. If you have any more questions about these pop performer books, leave them in the comments. Make sure to check them out if you like pop music or if you are doing ABRSM exams. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, subscribe for more.